We're going to start in Shavasana. Let your arms and legs just be nice and long by your side. And start to come into your breath. Take a big inhale through your nose and then an exhale out through your mouth. Start to seal your lips and inhale and exhale through your nose. Start to deepen your breath and send it throughout your body. Taking a little scan of your body all the way from your head to your toes. Noticing places that might feel a little tight, that might need a little extra love today, and then start to send your breath to those places. Hug your knees into your chest, give them a nice tight squeeze. Start to rock and roll side to side, up and down. Give your spine a little massage. And then let your left leg fall to the earth as you grab your right. Interlace your fingers and bring them behind your knee and start to pull in towards your chest. When you're ready, slide your hands up a little bit further by your calf and then start to pull even more. Just stretching out your hamstring here. And then gently release, switching sides. Lift your left leg up to the sky, interlace your hands underneath your knee, and start to pull in towards you. When you're ready, slide your hands up by your calf, pull in a little bit more. And then gently release when you're ready. Bringing your right leg back up. This time engaging your core and bringing both hands to the outside of your right leg and then to the inside. Switching back and forth 10 times. Again, engage your core. Both feet are up off of the ground, nice and flexed. And then going straight into the other side, left leg lifts. 10 total. Both those legs lifted up off the ground, nice and flexed. Engage your lower abs. Good, 10 total. And then exhale, release, hug your knees into your chest. Give them a nice tight squeeze. And then let your legs fall to the right side. Bring your hands out to a T. Find a spinal twist here. Coming back to center and then let your legs fall to the opposite side. When you're ready, make your way back to center. Hug your knees into your chest and then start to rock and roll the length of your mat till you come all the way up onto all fours. Stack your shoulders over your wrists. Moving into cat-cow on your inhale, gaze up and drop your belly. And then on your exhale, tuck your chin in around your back. Move with your breath here. Inhale and exhale, cat, tuck and round. Press your spine towards the sky. Good, inhale. And exhale, cat. Finding yourself back to a neutral spine and then tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Send your hips nice and high. Start to pedal out your feet. Bend one knee and then the next. Just find some movement here. Then start to tiptoe your feet towards your hands. Grabbing opposite elbows, ragdoll. Let your head hang nice and heavy. Shake it yes and shake it no. Letting everything go and just let yourself become present. Yeah, for this next little bit, let yourself be here, not worrying about anything else. Let your hands fall to the earth and then one vertebrae at a time, slowly rise up high mountain. Dropping your right arm and then reaching your left to the side. Good, and switching sides, left arm drops, right reaches. Coming back to center and exhale, forward fold. Lengthen halfway. Forward fold, release. Again, rise up, high mountain, arm sweep up over your head. Right arm drops, left reaches to the side. Switching sides, left hand drops, right reaches. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, forward fold, release. Lengthen halfway. Plant your hands, Stepping back to a plank, engage your lower abs, and then start to shift your weight forward onto your big toes. Keep your elbows nice and tight as you lower halfway. Good, flip your feet, open up your chest, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale to gaze forward. Exhale to bring your feet to your hands. Lengthen halfway. Forward fold, release. High mountain, rise up. Right arm drops, left reaches. Switching sides, left hand drop, right reaches. Inhale back to center and exhale forward fold. Lengthen halfway. Plant your hands, step or float back, chaturanga. Open up your heart, upward facing dog. Exhale, hips go high, downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, bring your feet to your hands. Lengthen. Forward fold. High mountain. Right arm drops, left reaches. Good, you know where we're going. Opposite side, left hand drops, right reaches. Inhale back to center. Exhale, forward fold. Lengthen halfway. Plant your hands, step or float. Start to flow through chaturanga, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg lifts up to the sky. Stepping in between your hands, dropping your back knee to the earth, and then inhale to lift both hands up above your head. You're going to take your right arm back to your leg and then reach your left arm a little bit further, opening up your heart. And then exhale, left hand comes down as your right reaches, finding that twist. Inhale to lift back up. Exhale, hands to the mat, lift that back knee, and then step your right foot back, flow through chaturanga, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg lifts. Stepping in between your hands, drop your back knee to the earth. Inhale to lift your arms up. This time your left arm comes back to your back leg, your right reaches, add in that little back bend, gazing up. One more big breath in. And then exhale, your right hand comes down, left reaches for that twist. Inhale to lift back up. Exhale, hands to the mat, lift your back knee, step your left foot back, chaturanga. Option of keeping that leg lifted through chaturanga if you'd like. Meet in downward facing dog. Inhale to gaze forward. Exhale to bring your feet to your hands. Lengthen halfway. Forward fold. Rise up, high mountain. Right arm drops, left reaches. Opposite side, left drops, right reaches. Inhale to center. And exhale, forward fold. Lengthen halfway. Chaturanga, plant your hands, step or float, and flow through, meeting again in downward facing dog. Right leg lifts up to the sky. Step in between your hands. This time rising up to that high crescent, keep your back knee lifted up off the ground. Same motion as before, right hand sweeps back to your leg, left reaches for that little back bend. And then exhale, left hand comes down, right reaches for that twist. Again, keeping your back knee lifted this whole time. This time, inhale to windmill open warrior 2. Drive the knife edge of your back foot into the ground. And then on your inhale, star pose, lift your hands up to the sky as you straighten your legs. And then coming to warrior 2 on the opposite side. Back to star pose, inhale. And exhale, back warrior 2. Flowing through one more time, and then we'll meet back at warrior 2, facing where we started. Flip your front palm, reverse warrior, right arm reaches up to the sky. Take one more big breath in, and then exhale, windmill your hands down to the mat, stepping back to a side plank. Good, really engage your core here. Take one more breath in, and then exhale, chaturanga, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg lifts up. Step in between your hands. Inhale to rise up, high crescent. Same motion, left hand sweeps back, your right reaches, opening up your heart. Your back knee is lifted this whole time. Take one more breath in, and then exhale, right hand comes down as your left reaches for that twist. Windmilling all the way up, warrior two. Inhale to rise to star pose, straightening your legs, lifting your arms, and then exhale, warrior two to the opposite side. Inhale to lift star pose, exhale, warrior two. Good, again, flow through one more time. And then meeting back in warrior two, facing the way that we started. Flip your front palm, reverse warrior, left arm reaches. Exhale to windmill your hands down to the mat. This time your left foot steps back for that side plank, left arm lifts. Take one more big breath in, and then exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lifting your right leg back up to the sky. Step in between your hands. Rising up, high crescent. This time coming into eagle arms here, so your left arm is going to come underneath. Ground down through your right foot and then start to shift forward, lifting your left leg up off the ground, wrapping it over your right for full eagle. So your left arm is underneath, left leg is over top. Good, engage your lower abs. And use your core to step back, warrior two, unwinding. Straightening your right leg, reaching forward, triangle pose, right hand comes down and left reaches up. Bringing both hands down to the earth. Finding a low lunge here. Then step your right leg back, three-legged down dog. Bend at your knee and peel your hip open. You can stay there, or if you want to flip your dog, let your right foot come to the ground. And then drive your hips up towards the sky, opening up your chest. One more breath in. Exhale, back, three-legged down dog. And then coming into half pigeon, bring your right leg out in front of you. Your right knee will be by your right wrist. Inhale to lift up your heart, and exhale to fold all the way down. Your left leg will be nice and long behind you. Option, you can stay up here on your elbows if it feels good, or if you want to come all the way down and rest your forehead on your mat, you can. Pressing back up to long arms. Send your right leg back and shake it out. When you're ready, lift your left leg up to the sky. Stepping in between your hands, rise up, high crescent. This time your right arm comes underneath for eagle arms. Ground down through your left foot as you start to shift forward. Right leg comes up over top, full eagle. Again, create space in between your arms and your body, so lifting your elbows up and your forearms away from your face. Really engage your thighs together. Use your core to unwind. Step back, warrior two. Straightening your left leg, reaching forward. Triangle pose, left hand comes down, right reaches. Bringing both hands down to the mat. Find a low lunge. Plant your hands and then step your left leg back, three-legged down dog. Bend at your knee, peel your hip open, staying there, or if you want to flip your dog like you did on the other side, you can. Left leg will come to the ground as you open up your heart. Drive your hips to the sky. Exhale, back, three-legged down dog. And then bringing it through for half pigeon. Your left knee will be by your left wrist. Lengthen your right leg long behind you. Inhale to lift up first, and then exhale to fold down. Find that variation that feels good for you in pigeon pose. Pressing back up to long arms. Send your left leg back and shake it out. And then coming down onto your knees. Coming into child's pose. Bring your knees nice and wide as your big toes touch. Extend your arms out in front of you and then just let your forehead fall to the earth. Crawl your hands to the right side of your mat. Place your left palm on top of your right, opening up that left rib cage. Coming back to center and taking your hands to the opposite side. This time, place your right palm on top, open up that right side of your body. When you're ready, make your way back to center, coming back up onto all fours, and then finding your way onto your back. Plant your feet on the ground with your knees bent, arms by your side, coming into bridge pose. Inhale to lift your hips up, and then interlace your hands behind your back and tuck your shoulders underneath like you're creating a little shelf here. Take one more breath in, and then exhale to slowly lower down to the mat. Coming into shoulder stand, lifting your legs up to the sky. Bring your palms to the base of your back here. Slowly let your feet fall over your head for plow pose. Bending your knees by your ears, deaf man's pose. One vertebrae at a time, coming back down onto your back. Bring the soles of your feet together, let your knees open nice and wide. Bring your left hand to your heart and your right to your belly. Take a few breaths here of gratitude, of acknowledging yourself. When you feel complete, bring your knees back into your chest, wrap your arms all the way around, give yourself a nice big hug. Take one last big breath in, and then exhale, release, Shavasana. Let your arms and legs fall long, release your breath, release the tongue from the top of your mouth, and just fully surrender into the earth. Start to bring small movements to your toes and your fingers. Rolling your wrists, your ankles, starting to wake back up. Inhale to lift your arms up over your head and point your toes. And then rolling to your side with your knees bent, using your arm as a pillow. Gently press up to a seated position with your eyes closed, your hands at heart center. Lifting your palms up to your forehead and third eye for loving thoughts, to your lips for loving words, and your heart for loving intentions. The light in me honors and sees the light in you. Namaste.